In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 college basketball games happening on March 7, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Dayton versus VCU. This Friday, the Dayton Flyers will face off against the VCU Rams at the Stuart C. Siegel Center. This game marks the second time these Atlantic 10 basketball rivals will meet this season. Their last encounter on February 7th ended with VCU securing a 73-68 victory over Dayton. Historically, VCU has had the upper hand in recent matchups, boasting a 7-3 straight-up record and an 8-2 record against the spread in their last 10 games against the Flyers. The total points in those games have been evenly split, with 5 going over and 5 staying under the projected line. VCU enters this game riding a 9-game winning streak and will have the advantage of playing on their home court. The Rams have been the standout team in the Atlantic 10 this season, largely due to their elite defense, which has held opponents to an average of just 62 points per game. Over their last 5 games, VCU has allowed 62 points or fewer, while their offense has been clicking, scoring at least 78 points in 4 of their last 6 outings. Dayton, on the other hand, had a rocky start to conference play but has found their rhythm lately, winning 7 of their last 9 games. The Flyers have been putting up points, scoring 74 or more in 5 of their last 6 games, though they were held to 68 in their loss to VCU earlier this month. While Dayton has shown flashes of potential, VCU has been the more consistent and dominant team in the Atlantic 10 this season. As our first pick for this matchup, the VCU Rams to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Dayton has been involved in high-scoring games on the road this season, with the over hitting in 6 of their 8 away games. Additionally, the over has gone 12-5 in the Flyers conference matchups. VCU's offense should have no trouble scoring in the paint against a Dayton defense that ranks 295th in limiting opponents' near proximity shooting percentage, which includes layups, tip-ins, and dunks. The Rams are among the top 100 teams in near proximity shooting percentage and excel at converting second chance opportunities, ranking 18th in quick points off offensive rebounds and 42nd in second chance conversion percentage. With a more reliable three-point shooting game than they showed in the first matchup, VCU is poised to put up big numbers, forcing Dayton into a fast-paced, high-scoring game. In their previous meeting, both teams frequently found themselves at the free throw line, combining for 44 attempts and making 40 of them. While VCU's defense is strong, Dayton's offense, ranked 54th in efficiency, has the firepower to help push the total score over 142. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Purdue versus Illinois. The Purdue Boilermakers and the Illinois Fighting Illini are set to face off this Friday in a college basketball showdown at the State Farm Center. This matchup promises to be an exciting one, as both teams look to make a statement in the Big Ten Conference. Friday night's game features an intriguing clash between Purdue and Illinois, with the Boilermakers traveling to Champaign for the contest. Purdue has had its share of struggles recently, suffering tough losses to Wisconsin, Michigan State, and Indiana, which left them looking somewhat vulnerable. However, they've shown resilience by bouncing back with convincing wins over UCLA and Rutgers. On the other side, Illinois has endured a roller coaster season, dealing with key injuries, illnesses, and other challenges. But the Illini finally got healthy last week, and it showed in their performances as they dominated Iowa and Michigan in back-to-back games. In their most recent game, Purdue handled a tricky Rutgers team without much trouble. They shot an impressive 56.1% from the field, out-rebounded Rutgers 40-26, and scored 20 points off 9 turnovers. The Boilermakers have also found their offensive rhythm, scoring 76 or more points in their last 2 games after a couple of quieter performances on the road against Michigan State. and Indiana, where they combined for just 124 points. Illinois, meanwhile, turned heads with a strong second-half performance in their upset road win over a talented Michigan team. The Illini shot 46.6% from the floor, out-rebounded Michigan 43-32, and capitalized on turnovers, scoring 15 points off 11 Michigan mistakes. As our first pick for this matchup, the Purdue Boilermakers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Historically, Purdue has had the upper hand in this rivalry, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings and currently riding a 5-game winning streak against Illinois. The stakes are high for both teams. Illinois is locked into at least the number 8 seed in the conference, while Purdue has a chance to climb to the number 3 seed with a win and some help from other results. Offensively, both teams have been clicking lately, and with 4 of the last 5 head-to-head matchups going over the total, a high-scoring game seems likely. Illinois has also trended toward high totals, hitting the over in 22 of their last 38 games. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. South Florida versus Memphis. The American Athletic regular season has come to a close, and this marks the final game for both South Florida and Memphis before the conference tournament tips off. It's been a long season, and now the focus shifts to finishing strong and preparing for the postseason. Lately, I haven't been too impressed with how Memphis' defense has been performing. On the other hand, South Florida's offense has been putting up big numbers, averaging 75 points per game. While Memphis' offense looks stronger on paper, the gap between the two teams might not be as wide as the spread suggests. The Tigers have had a tough time covering spreads against weaker opponents, especially at home. In fact, Memphis is just 3-13 against the spread in their last 16 home games when facing teams with a road winning percentage below .400. That's not a great trend heading into this matchup. It's obvious that Memphis is the better team overall, but I'm not convinced they'll go all out in this game. They've already locked up the number 1 seed for the conference tournament, so staying healthy and rested for the postseason is likely their top priority. I'm not saying Memphis will lose to South Florida, but the Bulls are coming into this game with nothing to lose, which makes this matchup a bit unpredictable. Memphis has only covered the spread in 5 of their last 15 home games, and if they decide to rest their key players, South Florida could easily keep it close. Memphis should still win, but giving up this many points feels like too much. As our first pick for this matchup, the South Florida Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. While South Florida has been averaging 75 points per game this season, their scoring has dipped recently with just 63 points per game over their last 3 outings. Things won't get any easier for them here as they're up against Memphis' 37th ranked defense, which held them to just 65 points when they last met on the Tigers' home court. On top of that, Memphis is already looking ahead to the tournament, which means they're unlikely to push themselves too hard in this game. That could lead to a slower pace and fewer points overall. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado State versus Boise State. The Colorado State Rams and Boise State Broncos are set to clash on Friday night in a college basketball matchup at Extra Mile Arena. This game promises to be a compelling contest between 2 of the hottest teams in the country, both riding impressive winning streaks. The Rams have strung together 6 consecutive victories, while the Broncos have won 5 in a row. With both teams still in the mix for an NCAA tournament at large bid, this regular season finale carries significant weight. When these teams last met in January, Colorado State edged out a narrow 2-point win, and another tight battle is expected this time around. Given the circumstances, our top pick for this game is to take the Rams to cover the 5.5-point spread. This matchup features 2 well-balanced teams, and the outcome could very well be decided in the paint. Both Colorado State and Boise State excel in 2-point offense and defensive rebounding, making interior play a critical factor. Boise State ranks 33rd in 2-point shooting percentage, while Colorado State sits at 24th. However, the Rams have been more effective at defending the paint, which could give them an edge in slowing down the Broncos' offensive efforts. Colorado State's defense ranks 40th in 2-point percentage allowed, compared to Boise State's 97th, providing the Rams with a clear area to exploit. As our first pick for this matchup, the Colorado State Rams to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Over their last 10 meetings, these conference rivals have split the series evenly, with each team claiming 5 wins. Colorado State has taken taken the last two matchups, including a hard-fought 75-72 victory in Fort Collins earlier this season. While Boise State appears to be in a stronger position to even the score this time around, the stakes are high with the number 2 seed in the conference on the line. The Rams are unlikely to go down without a fight, and this game could easily come down to the wire. Overtime wouldn't be a surprise, and expect plenty of late-game free throws to add some extra points to the scoreboard. Notably, Colorado State has hit the team total over in 23 of its last 36 games. I'm predicting both teams to score around 70 points each. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.